Yo, man, so it's been a real interesting few months or a year or so, because Nicki Minaj been going on for a little minute, but things have just heightened lately in regards to her smoke for Jay-Z. She got a lot of smoke for Jay-Z, and she's just been at it consistently lately. And it's mainly because of the lawsuit that was filed against Desiree Perez by her daughter, Demarie, with a lot of crazy allegations in there. So Nicki Minaj saying, oh, see, these are the things that I'm saying that she's been doing to me. And then Tory Lanez fans attaching on to the situation like, yeah, that's how Rock Nation be moving behind the scene, woody woody woo. So it's a crazy storm that Nicki Minaj is trying to create. And she's like, listen, I'm big enough for this story to be covered by all mainstream media outlets. They're avoiding covering it. Why? And it's mainly like, the hip hop blogs or the cultured blogs, y'all know the shade rooms and shit like that. But they have been alleging that Rock Nation is in these people's pockets, so they're not going to post anything negative about Rock Nation that really may have some type of credence to it, some credibility to it, because this story about Desiree Perez may be something that holds some weight in comparison to the salacious shit that they know Jay-Z could beat. So when them stories initially come out, like the one with Diddy or whatever, he's going to eventually prevail, and it's something he can get a W for getting through that shit. But we got that aspect, but then we have another aspect, like, Desiree Perez isn't a public-facing figure. But Joe Budden, being one of the major media platforms in hip-hop, him and his crew, that's speaking on people avoiding covering this topic, and he gives his reason. All right, so I'm gonna let y'all hear that, and then we'll come back with my live stream coverage where we go more in depth with what Nicki Minaj got going on, especially when it comes to trying to get on different streaming websites or asking for advice from Kai Cenat and Aiden Ross to see if she can get on Twitch or Kick, because she thinks that Jay-Z is trying to limit her reach in some type of way, allegedly hinting towards Jay-Z trying to sabotage her social media traffic by using his influence and power. Hold on tight for that, but first let's hear what Joe Budden and the gang got to say right here.
I feel like niggas are scared to do the Nicki Jay-Z shit.
That's a fact.
Niggas ain't gonna do it correct, so if niggas ain't gonna do it right,
I put a tweet out there.
I did too, but
that shit went alright. I like when it goes.
Those are your peoples on both sides. I won't say peoples, but you have a high respect for them. So
I speak to both of them.
Right. So I know me, I would love
I know that the audience, as the audience, hates when I say that. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, it's true.
You can sit this out.
Even though some of this is juicy. I ain't talking about all that Hove kid shit. I don't care about that.
Yeah. This is about title shit, right?
Yeah,
That's
she
what
was
this beef
born into the
stems from?
title shit, yeah.
Why you don't care about all that kid shit?
The kid shit, there's not enough basis there.
Okay.
For me to pay attention to.
Okay.
So if that becomes a real thing, then cool. For now, I don't have that, and I got too much respect to go down that road.
Makes sense.
The other shit is interesting to me. It's compelling because that piques my interest, the business side. Them saying Nicki's bankrupt, Nicki got to go on tour to recoup some shit from Tidal, but and I mean not Tidal, yeah, mm-hmm. Is it Tidal? Mm-hmm. It's Live Nation, Tidal, whatever it is, same shit. Mm-hmm. I haven't fact checked any of that either. So just the gossip and rumor side of it is interesting to me. But I've heard a million war stories about people and their Rock Nation contracts. None of them, maybe outside of Nicki, will talk publicly about it. But
no, that's not true.
Who was it that came up here and said that they wanted out
no,
there?
it's a lot of people that have said that.
Oh, Jazzy came up here and said something about it.
Well, they're not going to get the attention that Nicki going to get when she speaks about it.
Oh, true, but in the last couple weeks, niggas said, yo, my Rock Nation contract was disgusting.
Every Rock Nation contract I've ever heard about has been disgusting. Granted, I ain't heard about them all, but these are artists that I speak to and believe about their contractual situation. So it's tricky for me. It's tricky for me.
I get it.
But I will keep an eye on the factual findings on the business side of it, because they say Nicki has got to go on another tour, or like they're saying a lot.
I like them. I like both of them so much, just in respects of what they do, that I don't feel like I would want to comment without having for sure facts. Just to speculate at this point would be kind of messed up. But I don't think that Nicki
that's just because it's them, because we do a lot of speculation.
No, I know, and trying to get better at that. But I don't think that Nicki's just probably talking out her ass. I'm gonna at least say that. I don't think she's just saying shit just to say shit. I don't think that.
I said the same thing earlier.
That's it.
I mean, maybe her response is
She might be going to
she might be going about it wrong. But if it's anything pertaining to business or how she would fulfill the obligations when she was doing the title thing, and then apparently her complaint or what I read is that something with title, and then when they sold title, she was offered to sign a contract for the $1 million. You will receive $1 million from the sale, and you got 24 hours to sign it. She said no. So that's what she said.
They also said it was something about her not signing the contract.
The original title.
The original title.
They said the one that she did for media was fake. So she's also saying that, like, how, so now she's saying that also you guys are admitting to fraud. So it's just a lot of things she's going on a rampage about or expressing herself.
I was just trying to figure out, do you even mention, Hove, I guess, Hove is Rock Nation, but is it more of a Nicki versus Rock Nation and not always having to make it a Nicki versus Hove thing?
I think she's making the Nicki versus Rock Nation, and
people turning it into...
No, and some of the stuff she's saying, hashtag Jay-Z, like, yo, dog, this what you stand about? So if you know that, if it's me versus the JBN, right, and let's say Joe is not on the Joe Budden podcast no more, Joe has ascended past that.
Right, but it's still
your company, or you still are aligned in it, so you could step in and be the middleman to reconcile the situation. And if you're not doing that, and me and you were supposedly friends, then she could feel a certain way.
Hey, I'm at this point, I'm just waiting for facts.
True.
Niggas be so pussy when it comes to these topics.
My only question: has there been any court filings on her behalf?
Not that I know of.
She from Queens, No.
Not that I know of.
Okay.
And you saying it should be handled that way? If that's the case. If it's really something to it, just take it to court.
That's what I would do.
That's what
if
you
I
do.
feel like I'm owed a certain amount of money and I have the proof to prove that from said company, I am filing to go get my money.
Because outside of that, I don't see somebody just coming to bring you a suitcase
over some tweets.
Yeah.
All right, we being a little pussy about it, so we
Hell no.
I'm not being pussy. I just don't know enough.
I'm not saying pussiness. We the way we would naturally speak about other topics, we kind of being reluctant to speak.
This is why
about
we got to
it
skip
anyway.
these shits.
Yeah.
Well, you can't on one end say I don't have enough of the facts and I don't want to speculate about two artists this size, and then say that we being pussy. Pussy might be being responsible. Being responsible.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
but
we've been irresponsible.
Wait, hold on.
With other shit before, but
Yeah, when niggas are lesser artists.
right. Okay.
When you say
Which is perfectly fine.
you're being responsible because you're saying that you didn't hear Hove's side because
that's
not you. I'm just saying people could say, all right, whomever, because her side explains it. So if you, so that
but
means
who fact checked it? Who fact checked it?
So
she explained her side.
Yes.
I'm with Freeze. I think that if she's owed money, this isn't the best course of action. How she's going about it. If you're truly owed money,
yes.
I think Nicki is very intelligent. So if she's feeling like she owed money, she's seen something somewhere that say I'm owed some money.
Yeah.
So somebody has to verify this stuff before we are too big the same way they too big. And I know that fans hate hearing that.
I understand.
But sorry.
And I just believe when you at that level,
It's just ways to do it.
it's ways to handle
I
that shit. They ain't street niggas and running around in the streets.
Used to be though.
But even still, you still don't make it public.
And used to.
But you know what though? If some of that touring, if that touring aspect part of it is true, then I understand her going off. And that's not to say that somebody's right or wrong. It's just to say I would totally understand.
If she has to tour to recoup money to pay back?
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. So, what y'all think about their points right there, man? What y'all think about their shit? Yeah, when you got relationships, you might try your best to try to maintain them when you're in this position because you may have a powerful platform. But let's see what these people saying in the comments. Joe right about the kid topic. No one mentions not a single court document was filed when the boy was under 18. The courts favor DNA tests for children, not 19-year-olds in the court system. You're basically an adult. Only exception is you have children and the person claiming already and you later deny the child is yours. There's not enough basis there for me to pay attention to. Jay-Z's paying lawyers hundreds of thousands of dollars to avoid taking a $12 paternity test, but there's not enough basis there. Joe Budden the clown, he always on the fence on some shit. So if you believe she's going after him due to needing to recoup tour money, but in the same breath saying what she is publicly saying should be fact checked, like, is this an effing simulation? The kid ish is an actual case in the court, so if you read, you'll learn what that man been going through. It's funny how this is how they talk about trending topics in the industry, but haven't touched on any of the cases connected to Jay-Z. His CEO, Desiree, or Meg, but everybody else's case gets talked about and laughed at. This is why I stopped watching this ish, grown-ass men scared to tell the truth. Oh no, they going on Meg. That's one thing about Joe Budden. You can't, I wouldn't say this about him. He goes in on Megan Thee Stallion all the damn time. So you can't say he's for Rock Nation when he was basically trashing Meg as much as possible. So you can't have both. You gotta pick a narrative and stick with that. And if there's no narrative, it's no narrative. He just may think one way about this thing, is one particular topic, and then think differently about that topic. So you can't try to pigeonhole him into one way of thinking, because he has no allegiance to Megan Thee Stallion, says a lot of things that are anti Megan Thee Stallion on this page. Joe Budden, I don't think he like Meg at all. It piques his interest when they are lying on Nicki and talking about her being bankrupt, etc., but not the things they are out here doing to literally ruin people's lives. Speaks volumes. Joe, he didn't speak to you until you got this big. That's why the audience hate when you say it. Nigga, you be goofy. Queens Flips needs to win an Emmy for the segment. He's subtly calling them bought out and pussy behind Jay. He said Nicki's side already out there, so y'all showing respect to Jay. Basically, bro, that's what it's coming down to, man. Because I've heard 100 times before, Joe Budden shoots from the hips on some topics, and he'll come back and say, oh, I didn't know, if he got some shit wrong. So he shoots from the hip, but certain people you have respect for, and I think you are supposed to be given the benefit of the doubt to some people if you respect the way they move. Some people should earn that, right? Like if I heard that Beyonce slapped somebody, I'm like, I ain't never heard Beyonce slapping some random person. But if they tell me Krishan Rock slapped somebody, I'm like, yeah, she more likely did that shit. It's different levels to the way that you measure allegations when you first hear it. Some people you're gonna be like, yep, sound about right. Other folks you're gonna be like, I need more information on that. I need some more information on that. But that's what's going on in that situation. Now, like I told y'all, we're gonna get into my live stream where we went more in depth with how Nicki's moving after she been going crazy. I'm not gonna bring that one video back up where we talked about her going berserk on Jay-Z, Meg, and all of them. She was going fucking insane. Barbs, calm down. I'm saying insane as a form of speech. I'm not saying she's actually crazy, although many people may feel like she is actually crazy. So calm down. All right, but we covered that. Now this is the aftermath right here. Peep this shit real quick. Nicki has been saying that she is being sabotaged on social media by Rock Nation. You know, Rock Nation has been trying their hardest to tear her down, piece by piece, brick by brick. They don't fuck with Nick. All right, they not rocking with Nick right now. So she's trying to go around the way to be able to still fuck with fans. Her usual thing that she was doing was going on this app called Station Head. I think it's linked with Apple Music or one of them streaming websites. So, you know, they was able to come together as a group and run streams up and talk their own shit. And once they done, they delete the live stream and move on with their life. And then they just be kiki. Now, that's how they have the inside jokes. The Barbs have their own little world. And that's their thing. That was their thing. But they feel like Jay-Z has taken some type of control over Station Head, and it's not a safe space for them anymore. She's been saying her Instagram has been influenced by Jay-Z since Twitter and Square, all that shit linked up, and then Tidal was sold to Twitter. She thinks Jay-Z has some type of ownership in Twitter, and they are limiting the reach of her X account. She's saying all these things is allegedly being manipulated by Jay-Z to stop her reach on social media. So now she's reaching out to Casanat and Aiden Ross, trying to see if she can go on Twitch or Kick and stream to her fans on there. This is her calling Casanat right here.
The things that you can't, the things that like you're limited to saying is like things that you just wouldn't say on a normal, which is like slurs and like just bad words and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so, well, I mean, if that's the only thing that you can't say on Twitch, I don't think I would have an issue if you can't say slurs. Because
yeah.
I wouldn't be not gonna say slurs.
Yeah, that's about it though. But Twitch is just easier discoverability, and they would be able to find you easier. But Kick is pretty good too, but it's just like, yeah.
I wouldn't be not gonna say slurs.
Yeah, that's about it though. You know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And I know they offered you like to come over there before, right? I think.
Yeah, they did. They have. They do deals and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, how are you doing? Otherwise, how's your mom and your sister and your?
I'm doing good.
friends?
Mom good, sister good, everybody good. I'm doing great.
Okay.
You been good?
Yes. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna text Aiden my number, Kai.
I got you.
And I will talk to him, and then I'll keep you posted. Okay?
All right, Celeste, I got you. I send it to him right now.
All right. Thanks.
I bet.
All
right, so Aiden gets on stream and talks to Nicki right here.
I just want to say it's a pleasure to finally connect and talk to you. I'm a big fan. You know what I'm saying? I know you get this a lot, but yeah.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Nicki. So the pros, in my opinion, is because I know you like to talk your shit and just be you. And I feel like you don't gotta worry about any getting in the way, if that makes sense. Like you could just kind of do that, be you. You don't have to worry about bans or any of that. Your fans don't have to watch ads either. Like they don't have to pay to subscribe. And in my opinion, nowadays everything is all clipping. Everything is kind of on TikTok, Shorts, everything, Reels, Instagram Reels. So no matter whatever you stream on Kick, the discoverability may not be as good as Twitch, but they're gonna see the clips everywhere regardless. For your fan base, because I know how they are, I think they would enjoy Kick if you make it Kick, basically. Like you do Kick because you're so free to do it and say whatever you want.
Okay. Well, outside of slurs, what would I have to worry about saying?
There's just a lot of favoritism on Twitch,
You have to do week. Oh, okay. I thought it was something that you had to do weekly or you know.
I feel like your fan base, your community, they I know how active you are and stuff on Twitter. You can kind of do it on your own time. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. So perfect. When you get off live, text me so we can talk about some other stuff real quick when you get a chance.
Of course, I got you, Nicki. It's a pleasure to connect and talk.
You too. Thank you, Aiden. Bye.
Bye, Nicki.
W Nicki Minaj.
W Nicki. Woo. That was
W Nicki.
She a legend, man. Wow. Mario. I always play as Mario. You know what I'm saying, chat? Always playing as Mario and shit. D&D. It's cool, bro. It's cool. Hey, Charlie, he plugged me with Nicki. That's love for real. A lot of love. My nigga.
Oh, MGZ said Kick is less censored. Oh, Aiden said he'll give you equity. Whoa. Whoa.
So Aiden offered equity to Nicki Minaj and Kick. Why does that white boy sound like Drake? He wants to be Drake. He sees himself in Drake. They cool. Well, I think, to a degree, I guess.
Oh, MGZ said Kick is less censored. Oh, Aiden said he'll give you equity. Whoa.
Nicki, look, I got equity. I'll throw you a little equity. You know what I'm saying? I like Nicki a lot. I like Nicki. Nicki, come to Kick. Drake's on here. You know what I'm saying? I know the whole chat saying Twitch. They just don't get it. Nicki, you like to talk your shit. You're a queen. You know what I'm saying? You like to talk your shit. Twitch is going to silence you. You be talking about Jay-Z and shit. That shit's not going to fly on Twitch. I promise you. I promise you they're going to try to silence you. All right? I promise. I wouldn't lie to you. I wouldn't lie. We got to get Nicki on Kick. If you want my honest take on this, a lot of people are going to tell her to go to Twitch, but knowing her and what she's spewing about Jay-Z and shit, Twitch is going to take her out, bro. She got to come to Kick. Hey, Nicki, if you genuinely want to come on Kick and talk your shit and do what you want to do best, I'm just letting you know right now how it is, bro. You got to come to Kick, bro. You got to come to Kick, man. You got to come to the app, man. You got to come to Kick. Nicki, look, I got equity. I'll throw you a little equity. You know what I'm saying? I like Nicki a lot.
I don't even want to read all this shit, though. But she continues. She's saying the same shit over and over again as far as trying to expose with her platform what's going on with Desiree Perez and her daughter. It's just the same thing. We've covered this several times. It's just her saying the same thing over and over again and saying Roc Nation does these type of tactics. You can see from Desiree doing these tactics to her daughter, so obviously she was doing these things to me or people that crossed her, right? So that's essentially what she's saying. So this is what we are about to talk about right here. So Nicki's saying we've calculated about 100, 200 million so far that Jay-Z owes her. So she says, Jay-Z called me to settle this karmic debt. It's only collecting more interest. You still in my top 5 though. Let's get it, nigga. And anyone still calling him a hoe for answer to God for blasphemy. All right. So people are saying things like this. Jay-Z and Nicki Minaj feud goes way back. Back in 2014, Jay-Z wanted Nicki to release the Pink Print exclusively on Tidal, but the deal fell through shortly after the album leaked. And despite having equity in the company and being one of its biggest sources of income, she was only offered a $1 million payout. Now, this is what Steve Stout said about the beef right here.
The Super Bowl thing, I want to get back to that for a second, man. I'm not here to defend anybody. I really don't like when people who open up doors as black people get shitted on publicly like that. I just don't like it. I think in that case, what Nicki did was wrong. To bring up Tidal, his streaming company, that he gave you equity in, that you didn't sign the fucking paperwork, and that's the reason why you left millions of dollars on the table. That man didn't do nothing to you. To be talking about somebody who's putting, whether it be Kendrick or Wayne or Drake or Usher, he's putting them on the biggest stage. That's what we should be applauding. That's growth.
So they saying Nicki did sign alongside everyone else that they used to launch Tidal. She also isn't the only one who's spoken about payment issues. There was a class action lawsuit against Camel for non-payment of artist royalties. Kanye has sued him, Yes Music LLC, and John Emmanuel from the band The American Dollar, etc. Y'all be lying and don't know what you're talking about. So Nicki, y'all remember that number? She said $200 million, okay? So they're saying Jay-Z sold his 80% Tidal stake for $302 million in 2021. Nicki Minaj had a 3% stake. So how does Tidal and Jay-Z owe her $100 million to $200 million on a 3% stake? Okay. They say, I think it's more so of Jay-Z company. Roc Nation has cost her the figure she's thrown out there with things that Desiree has been doing. I don't believe it's just a Tidal situation. They said, how did they cost her that much by taking away her Twitter likes? They say, LMAO, brand deals, streaming deals, touring deals, a lot of that stuff, believe it or not, come with big offers when you're extremely profitable and can be tampered with, affected by other artists getting them if a better deal or offer is presented or promised. I just can't see it, dog. I just can't see it. I can't see how Nicki Minaj, being as big as Nicki Minaj is, how anyone can get in the way of her getting money in the industry. Nicki Minaj is fucking Nicki Minaj. I don't know. I don't get that. I need that explained to me. She got to take this shit to court or not. I'm just not going to understand it. You got to explain this shit to me, how someone can stop a bag from Nicki Minaj. She has a fan base. You can't go to a touring company and ignore the fan base. Although people have said her tours haven't done that well when she goes. Has she tried to do an arena tour before? Did it do well? I think she did. I think she did do an arena tour, and people said it did well. So what? If it did do well, then what's the fucking issue? I just don't get it, bro. I don't get it. I don't understand this. Roc Nation will crumble. Well, Jay-Z been dodging a DNA test for 10 years. I did see that story too. Let me tap into that real quick before we move on to the next story about Jay-Z and this dude. Boom. All right, so Jay-Z accused this man who claims to be a secret son of harassment, making fabricated claims in court. And here we go. So Jay-Z fired back at the man claiming to be a secret son for his fabricated allegations and asked a federal judge to intervene. So according to court documents obtained by U.S. Jay-Z real name Sean Carter, called the recent federal lawsuit brought by Ramir Satterthwaite just the latest in Satterthwaite and his caregiver's decades-long harassment of Jay-Z. So the fabricated allegations and claims have been addressed and rejected in multiple other courts, and Satterthwaite's continued harassment of Jay-Z in disregard of those orders has resulted in a contempt order. So Jay-Z, who is 55, said he only learned about Satterthwaite's new lawsuit on June 3rd. He asked the court for additional time to put together his official response. So his lawyer argued Jay-Z will be irreparably prejudiced without additional time to evaluate and prepare his response to the complaint. The Roc Nation's founder attorney said they contacted Satterthwaite's caregiver to request additional time to respond, but she hung up on her. Wait, why does he have a caregiver still? I know his mother passed away, and I think he has an auntie or something that took over. Is that who they referring to? All right, so Satterthwaite 31 filed a federal lawsuit against Jay-Z on May 6th. The case filed without a lawyer accused the music mogul of attempting to keep him silent about Jay-Z being his father. So Jay-Z is the biological father of Satterthwaite. His complaint alleged Satterthwaite claimed his mother, Wanda Satterthwaite, had relations with Jay-Z in the 90s. He said his mother is now deceased. He said he has been cared for by his godmother, who has faced unrelenting efforts by Jay-Z and its enablers to suppress the truth and silence those who dare to speak it. Ramir explained he fled. He filed paternity lawsuits against Jay-Z, but they were dismissed. Ramir claimed the mogul and his team committed fraud upon multiple courts, misrepresented facts, and exploited legal systems in multiple jurisdictions to suppress Ramir's paternity claim and prevent legal accountability. Question: what can he get? Could he get child support? Back pay child support to the caregiver or some shit? What does he want? Or is it a claim to like yo, what can he get? What is he after? Or is it just a liberty to civil liberty to know who your father is, despite if you pass the point of child support and things like I'm just honestly, I just really want to know what could he gain from the situation at this point at this age. I just don't know. He also suggested Jay-Z's celebrity played a role in the cases being dismissed. One case in New Jersey was dismissed after a judge found it did not have jurisdiction over Jay-Z. According to a 2015 report from Page 6, Ramir also accused Jay-Z of consistently refusing to submit to a DNA test. He said he chose instead to obstruct and manipulate the legal process. So Ramir claimed his car was shot 6 times, which he took as a clear message intended to silence him. Like, bro, y'all gotta stop with this shit. Y'all niggas be having your own stuff going on, and then y'all be trying to mix it into these lawsuits like the shit with Drake. I hate to go back to Drake, but that's just a clear indication that he had his own beef in Toronto, but he tried to tie that shit into the Kendrick Lamar beef. Bro, that had nothing to do with that. But all right, so in his suit, Ramir said he was not seeking back child support, but damages from Jay-Z for his alleged attacks. His alleged actions over the years. Specifically, he said he suffered harm due to the wrongful dismissal of his paternity suits, seeking child support and college funds. Okay, there you go. So he wants child support and college funds. He's trying to get that money. In addition, he said he suffered emotional and psychological distress, anxiety, public embarrassment, and stress-induced health and mental health complications. His caretaker denied all claims of wrongdoing. The judge has yet to rule on the matter, and that's that right there. So if Jay-Z takes that paternity test and it proves that he is the father of that child, it's not going to be good for him. It's not going to be good for him because it's going to show they slept with an underage girl. So I'm sure he's trying to avoid that shit for sure because of that. If there's any inkling or any type of chance, you don't want that smoke on your name, man. You don't want that smut on your name, boy. I hope he didn't do that shit at all. So, best case scenario, but hip hop, period, is that he ain't the father. Because you don't want that shit on your name that she was doing that type of shit, because it's going to be the same damn thing over again that we experienced with Puffy for Jay-Z. All right. So that's that right there. Okay. So I'm ready to move on to the next story though. I appreciate the subscriptions that's pulling up, man. Make sure y'all like the video. Subscribe if y'all new. What y'all saying in the chat before you move on about the Jay-Z situation? What's up? She was the #1 female tourist. Y'all talking about? Oh, y'all still talking about Nicki Minaj? Rock Nation got a lot of bad press lately. I don't know why, but everybody ain't lying on them. Time will tell. I think they are aggressive. They're aggressive management company. They are an aggressive management company. So I think they're going to ruffle feathers, but they do right by the people they managing. Shit, they don't give a fuck. There's one management company that don't give a damn. If you not on their team, they gonna try to roll over you. You better be on their damn team. It's crazy that goes down that way, but that's how they moving. He already had an older daughter. He bought a house for her to be quiet. I heard about that a while ago. What I heard is Jay is really his dad that will prove Jay was messing. Yep, I just said that. You right, Elaine. VA, well, dang, this is harassment. That is harassment, yeah. Jay offered him money. He didn't want it. He want his father. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. He did it. Yeah, facts. In the state of PA, 16 is legal age of consent. So was she was 16 at the point in time, is what you're saying? 50 Cent rubbing his hands together as we speak. Hey, 50 though, he loved this type of shit. Dice Tracks was good. Virtual Shop was, I just seen y'all for the first time. It was good. I think I seen Tammy was in here. It was good, Tammy. Kalina, I think you just pulled in recently. Lisa Clark was good. Raven was good on me. VA was up. He somewhat resembles Jay-Z, for sure he does. It's Maury, so folks don't count. Jay's money going to manipulate the blood test in his favor, and we'll never know the truth. That's probably true, bro. What's up, Glow Teller? Travis Scott about to take that Drake nap, coming with that weak ass bullshit. Cowboys hater heard it. Just pulled up. Miss James. The rumor is that she was 16. Yeah, that's what I heard. The same thing as far as the young lady being underage.